Hello friends and greetings for the day. Welcome back to another episode of Technical Vocabulary where we learn meaning and definition of several technical words. As a part of today's tutorial, we are talking about one of the test design techniques, or we can also call it as test techniques, which is called as exploratory testing. Now, when it comes to exploratory testing, it is basically an on-the-fly technique to test a particular product. Because a lot of the time, being professionally aligned towards the process and the formal way of testing the product definitely leads you find a lot of defect, but sometimes you do have to behave differently than the professionals or think from a variant type of users or user perspective to find different defects. And that's where we recommend that sometime being random or sometime being ad hoc can help you find different uncovered defects in the product by testing the product in an exploration way. That's what you call it as exploratory testing. As a part of exploratory testing, you generally do not create formal predefined test cases. You can write certain one-liners or a simple high-level test cases which are defined on the spot, and you interact with the product with that objective. Now, generally, you do not have a proper documentation which is general practices to be followed for exploratory testing. You just have a particular section or maybe a particular part or a transaction of the application, and you try to interact with it in a random manner without any kind of orientation, without any kind of instructions or test steps or test data. You just interact with it randomly and see if there are any kind of abrupt behaviors or any kind of adverse impact on the application. If you find any such things, that's a great job. You found a lot of good defects with help of exploratory testing. Now, definitely this approach is very commonly followed in Agile because it has less documentation or brief documentation. Of course, when it comes to detailed documentation, formal techniques are more recommended. But when it comes to Agile, where the documentation are very high level, exploratory plays a vital role. And that can help a lot to find good number of defects when talking about following Agile methodology. Well, that's all from this particular quick episode, team. Should you have anything else or you have any words with you, feel free to drop them below. I would love to consider them in our upcoming tutorials. Till then, keep learning, keep exploring, keep understanding the context. Thanks for watching the video, team, and happy learning.